So this is the 2024 National Hart Par Oliver Cockshut Association show. I'm here a couple, 3 days early, going to do a walkthrough of the tractors. They're all right here. Already a lot of tractors here. Start off, we've got a 1900 with the GM diesel. That's Don Nicodem's Cockshut there. Super 88 of Jerry Lukey's at Bland. You'll see a lot of his tractors. He's got 30 or 40 really nice Olivers here, all completely restored. Every nut bolt in them. Very, very nice tractors. 770 Orchard. This is an LP gas, another one of Jerry's tractors. And we've got a row crop 70, one of Jerry's, painted like the Spirit of America. Really neat paint scheme on that. Oliver 66, wide front end, belt pulley. Got some plows there, some turnover plows, a couple drills back there. We'll go up here and get into the main Oliver area. Got a Oliver HG there with pull type plow. Got two tractors under cover here. There's some more tractors. This is the Missouri Oliver Family Collectors building. The XP 121 will be inside, as well as a couple other very rare, valuable tractors during the show. Got a Hart Par row crop here. Really nice on steel. Even got the radiator plow to it. Could be a repo or could be a new one, but those are hard to find. Hart Par 1224. This one was parked in the shed for storage all year. We got it out yesterday, pull start. It runs really well. Just a little cantankerous to start. You could crank it if you wanted to, but we just put a chain around and gave her a little tug and she fired right off. We'll walk up here and go through the rows of tractors now and again. This is Tuesday. The show doesn't even start till Thursday, and I don't know, there's already 100 tractors here probably. 1850 gas. She is for sale if someone's looking. Nice tractor, got a 2-speed on it. Here's an 1850 diesel. 550 Cockshut. 550 Oliver. Another 550 Oliver. All three of those are gas. Row crop 77. Here's an 1828 Oliver Hart Par. This would be one of the later ones because the Oliver's big and on top, where the earlier ones, the Hart Par was big and on top. I guess that's an industrial 60. Here's another Oliver Hart Par, row crop 70. And again, the Oliver's big, so this would have been one of the later ones. Got the plow on it. It's a homemade. This one's homemade plow. Not sure what that one is. Pretty good size Oliver Hart Par there. I don't know my really, really old ones well, but they still are awful nice to look at. Row crop 88. It's got a few farmer fixes, I see, kind of like my 60. And then we'll go around here. 880 Olivers. It got the traction. Nope, no 3-point, no traction drawbar on it. It's a diesel. Row crop 70 with cultivator, steel wheels in the back. There's an Oliver row crop 80, and you can see on this one, it's just Oliver. The Hart Par's gone by this time. Looks like a little sick. Yep, that's a 60 with side dressers on it. Really nice 88. That one is a pull-in tractor. It's not exactly stock underneath that sheet metal. 70 gas. This be a 990, I believe. And that's probably a Detroit, maybe? Nope, that is not. That may be a Waukesha. I'm not sure about that. row crop 77. So row crop 70 gas. Another 1850 gas. That's probably an 880 would be my guess. Front end loader on it. It's a gasser with a reproduction fiberglass grill. I'd say that's an 880 as well. Couple more tracks. An OC6 and I wish I knew how to say that. A Clell track, I believe. It's got a front mounted cultivator. That's pretty neat. We'll walk through them here just a little bit. Got just a couple of little white yard bosses here. And they're little mini pulling rods. We'll get back up here where you can see. Really sharp. Man, those are nice, really redone. Another OC6. I'm assuming that one's probably an industrial being painted yellow. I'm not 100% on that. 66 redone really nice. Super 77. This is the one, if you notice, they had green wheels front and back for just a few years. They went from the red on the 66s. When they went to the Supers, they had the green wheels for just a couple years, and apparently the public did not like them and they changed them back to red. Super 55. Here's a 950 diesel. And that may have been what that other one was earlier. It was probably a 950 as well. Here's a 1600 gas. And it must be a later 1600 because it has a 2-speed on it. Could have been added, but could be factory. There's a pulling tractor. Probably a 70 would be my guess. There's a little 60. That's mine. Mine and my sister's. Tractor of sadness. This was my great-grandpa's tractor. He bought brand new in 1948. That was the last year the 60s was made, and the hood and the side panels are all aluminum because Oliver was using the steel for the war. This one has oddball 7-hole wheels and 24-inch rubber. Those wheels are impossible to find. This is the first time this tractor has been more than 5 miles from the farm it was delivered to, brand new. Hasn't been in the family the entire time, but one of the neighbors bought it from my great-grandpa, drug it across the creek, got it run, done a lot of farmer fixes, and then we were lucky enough to get it back. So, and then this is a 1600 diesel utility. This is our tractor as well. The 1600 was the only utility. It didn't have the swept back, underflung front end, excuse me. Most all the utilities had that underslung front end that made for the short wheelbase, short turning radius, but the 1600 did not. It has a regular row crop front end. However, the spindles right there are much shorter, and then a lot of the front steering parts are unique only to this tractor. There was roughly 419 1600 utilities made. Some of them were LP, most of them were gas, a few of them were diesel. This one was diesel. A lot of these tractors went to dairy farms in the Northeast because of being low profile. They could get in and out of their barns. So I'll tell you the history of the ones I know. And then over here we have a high crop. It says a 77. I am guessing that is missing a 0, and it's probably a 770. It may not be. But that's high cropper, so it's obviously fairly rare. Here's a 770 gas with wide front end. Super 77. There's your GM Detroit. That's a big tractor. Then here we got a Super 66 with single front wheel. probably another 77 would be my guess. There's a row crop 77. Yep, those are both 77s. And now we'll get into some of the 4 digits. 1550, and they just had the 2-speed on them. We've got a 19T, a 1950T. That's the turbo. It's a good, honest farm tractor. I would say, yeah, it's been repainted at some point in its life. Been a long time ago. We've got a 2150 canopy, fuel tank fenders. I believe that has the Hercules engine, maybe. Not for sure about that. We're just guessing. There's a 2150 two-wheel drive with fuel tank fenders. And then a 2050 with fuel tank fenders. Sharp tractors. Oh, and we got one little pedal tractor out here. I'll try to get video later inside the Oliver family collectors building. They've got, I don't know, 30 or 40 pedal tractors that were donated to the association. So, head up here now. Got an 880 here, a roller tractor. That's one of Jerry's tractors. Most of these tractors we're going to get into now, these next 2 rows are all going to be Jerry's. It's kind of neat. 770, this would be a late one. Flat top fenders. That's right before they went to the 1550. They kind of overlapped. The 770 was a very popular tractor. And got a Bobcat going by. A lot of preparation before the show taking place, so it's kind of noisy. 770 was the last 3-digit that stuck around for such a long time because it was so popular. And that one's got the reproduction fiberglass grill in it as well, but sharp tractor. 770 LP gas, that's Jerry's. Here we have a Orchard that probably a 770 would be my guess. Might be a 880, but one of the two. Super 99. Another crawler, that's a diesel OC6. They've put the wood tracks on it just so they can take it out and show it around and not tear things up. We got a 770 gas with a 74H corn picker. No, diesel. Is that a diesel? Sticker. Yeah, that's a diesel. There's an injector pump. 770 diesel. And then over here we've got a 30 Cockshut. And another Hart Par Oliver. Once again, Oliver's big, one of the later ones. All steel. Pretty sharp. Now we get into the fun row. The big boys. Again, a lot of these will be Jerry's tractors. This one here happens not to be, I don't believe, but most of the rest of the row is. 2255, sitting on duals, got the cab. Nice. 1950T. Fender tanks, canopy. Really sharp. 1955, this one is for sale. A lot of Jerry's tractors are, but this one is currently advertised for sale. Really sharp. I think he said that one's got less than 4 hours on it. Very few hours, all new rubber. I mean, his restorations are just absolutely immaculate. And then here's a Cummins Repower, 1900. Here's a 1900 with the GM diesel in it. Third owner. Big rubber. Sharp tractor. 2255. This one is not Jerry's, I don't believe. Two-wheel drive, tanks, canopy. 1955 two-wheel drive with tanks. I'd like to take that one home to the farm. 1850 cockshut, and this would be the Wheatland model or the standard, whatever you want to call it. It'd have no 3-point back there, hydraulics only, and it's got the covers there. Those are awful hard to find. I think these just have a PTO, I believe is all they have. Yep, PTO and hydraulics, no 3-point. They were made to pull big plows. Again, such a beautiful restoration. So nice work. Then a 1650 LP high crop. It's got the 2-speed with it. Then a 1550 high crop gas. Both of these high crop, one was LP, this one here's gas, I guess. Trying to keep everything straight as I walk through them. 1600 cockshut. And that's got the unique paint job on it. A few of them were that color, or a tannish color, I believe. I can't remember what the actual cockshut collar was called. So I'm guessing that is probably, knowing Jerry, that's probably the way that one came. 880 LP. Got the fender extensions on it. That's really nice. It's a standard as well, or Wheatland. Then a 770 diesel. And that one's same way. And they're all the same way. None of these have 3 points or hydraulics. Just hydraulics and PTO is all they have. No 3 points on those. Made to pull. A lot of those went to the plains where they plowed. And then I do not know much about this one, but I will tell you it is mostly Minneapolis Moline. 1865 LP. The rear end in that one could potentially be Oliver, but I'm guessing that complete tractor is probably Moline. Never seen one of those before. Then we've got a Oliver 1365 four-wheel drive. That's actually a Fiat, I believe, is what they are. And then my guess is that is mostly a reversed 880 street sweeper. I believe that's what that is. Mostly a reversed 880. Come from the Mitchell County Highway Department in Iowa. We even let Iowegians in here in Missouri. And then we got a Golden Arrow cockshut. Then a cockshut 40. And these, I believe, would be true cockshuts prior to Oliver. 30. Could be wrong on that, but I believe that is all correct. Cockshut 20. So the 20, 30, 40, and then the Golden Arrow. Then another one of Jerry's tractors. 2150 diesel, 3-speed. Tanks, canopy. And then the big beautiful one that everybody dreams about, 2255 four-wheel drive, tanks, canopy, 3150 cat. Those have become very, very collectible, very valuable tractors. Everybody's loving the muscle tractors now. That's what one everyone dreams of. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. planetary rear ends in it. Absolutely gorgeous. The big 3-point lift, external cylinders, nice. And then got just a few more here. Oliver 77, that's a pulling tractor. And then an 1828 Oliver Hart Par. This one's Jerry's as well. Would have been all steel. He's put rubber on it so he can drive it around on top of the steel. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous tractor. May not have been that shiny when it came from the factory. 2844 Oliver Hart Par. All steel. I don't know what that one is. Not up to date on all of those Hart Pars. It's a good looking tractor. A little bit of oil leak on the ground there, but like everybody's always told me, when you're looking at an Oliver, if it's leaking oil, that means it's not empty. Then an OC4 of Jerry's, an HG, and if I remember right, this one, the paint hasn't even cured yet. He just got this one redone. He was telling us a story about where he found it, and I can't remember, but he went way up north, found that one. I believe that's the one he was talking about. Man, that's pretty. And then over here, we've got one that was obviously used for the military. Pretty good size. Pretty good size. Got a threshing machine here. And then this thing here, late 1890s, and they believe this is probably the oldest, possibly the oldest piece of equipment west of the Mississippi that's still mostly complete. And I guess this would be, I honestly don't know. It would have been used to cut wheat, would be my guess. Those rakes turn and fall down as they come around on it, and then it threshes it and would lay it in a windrow. I mean, kind of along the lines of a haybine or a sickle mower. This basically is a sickle mower with extra attachments to it. But yeah, I can see why there's not very many of those that survived. Super 77 Orchard. And then that kind of rounds us up. That's everything that's here so far. And again, we're two full days before the show starts. There'll be a lot of things that show up in the next couple days still. It'll get full. And then of course there's lots of other brands here. Every association has their own buildings. There's a Case building, a John Deere. So a lot of Alice's over the hill. But last year they featured Alice. This year the National Oliver Association's being featured. So lots and lots of Olivers here this year, and that's right down my alley. If I see anything good, I'll get some more pictures later and put up somewhere. I'll sure get some pictures of the XO121 when it gets here. So, hope you enjoyed the walkabout. Have a great evening.